Your person talked about you today with their brother, and you won't believe what he said. My beloved child, stay right here, do not scroll, because what I'm about to reveal will make your heart stop for a moment. Something was said about you today, not behind your back out of malice, but from a place of deep confusion and hidden emotion. The person you've been thinking about endlessly could not hold it in any longer, and today, they finally spoke about you. Their brother asked one simple question, and that question changed the entire atmosphere of that room. The way your person responded, the tone in their voice, the emotion behind their silence, it all revealed the truth they've been trying to hide from everyone, including themselves. Do you still care about them? His brother asked, and in that moment, your person froze. Something huge is waiting for you. He didn't answer right away. He looked away, his eyes suddenly distant, his breath heavier than before. His brother noticed it. That hesitation wasn't anger, it wasn't denial, it was pain. The kind of pain that comes from missing someone you thought you'd forgotten but never really did. He whispered your name under his breath. Quietly. As if saying it too loud would make the memory of you hurt more. His brother smiled, but your person didn't. He just said, "Don't talk about them right now, it still hurts." That's when the truth began to unfold. Something huge is waiting for you. You see, my child, people often pretend to move on, but the heart never lies. Your person tried to convince everyone they've changed, that they've healed, but the silence that followed spoke louder than any words could. His brother knew it too, the way his eyes softened, the way his hands trembled slightly as he remembered you. He said, "You know, they were never the problem. I was. I pushed them away because I didn't think I was enough." His brother didn't respond. He just listened. Because for the first time, your person wasn't pretending. He was confessing. And heaven itself leaned closer to listen. Something huge is waiting for you. There's something you need to understand. The moment he spoke your name, the energy around him shifted. It's as if the universe acknowledged the connection that still exists between you both. Archangel Michael says, there are conversations in heaven that mirror the ones on earth, and this one was one of those moments where the soul finally speaks truth. He told his brother, "I saw them in my dream last night. They were walking away from me, and I tried to call out, but no sound came out. I woke up sweating, feeling like I lost them all over again." The brother placed his hand on his shoulder and said softly, "Maybe it's not too late. Something huge is waiting for you." But your person shook his head. "No," he said, "they've probably moved on. They deserve peace." Yet even as he said those words, his voice cracked. Because deep inside, he knows, no amount of pretending can erase the connection your souls share. Every breath he takes carries a whisper of you. Every night, before he falls asleep, he replays your last words in his head. He tried to block you out, but your presence lingers like a shadow that doesn't fade. His brother noticed it. He said, "If it still hurts, it means it still matters." That's when your person looked up with eyes full of tears he refused to let fall. "It always mattered," he said, "I just didn't know how to show it. Something huge is waiting for you." Even the universe seems to echo his unspoken wish, that somehow, someday, you'll cross paths again. The energy between you both hasn't faded, it's only transformed, waiting for divine timing. Archangel Michael says, sometimes separation is heaven's way of teaching two hearts how to love without pride, without fear. He confessed one more thing before the conversation ended. If I ever get another chance, he said quietly, I'll never let them wonder how I feel again. I'll show them, every single day. His brother smiled and said, then don't wait for the right time. Make it right now. Something huge is waiting for you. And maybe, that's what this moment is. The sign that the energy is shifting. The sign that what was broken is being repaired silently. Because even though you haven't spoken, your souls are already in conversation. Every 11:11 you see, every sudden thought of them, every random song that plays, those are not coincidences. Those are the echoes of today's conversation reaching you. He's realizing that you were never just another chapter. You were the whole book he wasn't ready to finish reading. And now, as he speaks your name again, the universe prepares to bring the next chapter into your hands. Something huge is waiting for you. He looked at his brother one last time and said, if I could talk to them one more time, I'd tell them the truth, that they changed me in ways they'll never know. His brother smiled and said, then find a way. Sometimes silence speaks, but sometimes love needs a voice. Archangel Michael says, heaven is aligning the path for this truth to find you. A message, a name, a sudden call, it's coming. You'll feel it in your chest before it happens. And when it does, you'll remember these words. Something huge is waiting for you. Part 2, with engagement points. My beloved child, before you scroll, listen, this is where the story takes its turn. The energy around you is changing fast, and if you've ever felt their pull lately, it's because your person's confession reached the divine realm. You were meant to hear this. You were meant to feel it now. He went quiet after that talk. But something in his eyes looked lighter, as if finally releasing the truth allowed him to breathe again. His brother left the room, but your person stayed still, staring at the empty space, replaying your laugh, your words, your last moment together. Something huge is waiting for you. He whispered, I wish I told them I was proud of them. Because yes, he's seen your growth from afar. The way you've carried your pain with strength, the way you've rebuilt yourself even when you were breaking inside. He's proud, but he doesn't know how to say it without reopening the wound. Tonight, he will dream again. And that dream will be you, standing at a distance, not angry, not broken, but peaceful. That's when he'll realize it. You were his greatest blessing disguised as a lesson. Something huge is waiting for you. My beloved child, stay still and feel this moment, because what happens next is written by destiny itself. After that conversation with his brother, your person couldn't sleep. His heart was restless, his mind replaying every word he said. It was like the truth had broken through a wall he built too high for too long. He opened his phone, scrolled to your chat, and stared at your name glowing softly on the screen. He typed something, then deleted it. Typed again, paused, sighed. His brother's words echoed in his head, sometimes silence speaks, but sometimes love needs a voice. Something huge is waiting for you. He typed again, I don't know if this is right, but I just needed to say. I still think about you. His thumb hovered over the send button. He could feel his heartbeat in his fingertips. His breath grew heavier, his eyes burning with emotion he couldn't contain anymore. But then, he stopped. He whispered to himself, what if they've moved on? What if they don't feel the same? Fear froze him again. And so, he locked his phone and sat in silence, letting the message remain unsent. But even in silence, energy travels. And that energy reached you. Something huge is waiting for you. You might have felt it, a sudden chill, a rush in your heart, a thought of them that appeared out of nowhere. That wasn't coincidence. That was your soul hearing what his heart couldn't say out loud. Heaven watches closely when two hearts speak in unspoken language. Archangel Michael says, when two souls are bound by truth, no distance, no silence, and no time can destroy the pull between them. That's why lately, you've been sensing something unusual, a wave of emotions, flashes of memories, and a strange feeling that something is about to happen. Something huge is waiting for you. He sat by the window that night, looking up at the stars, and said softly, if they ever forgive me, I'll make it right. His brother's words echoed again, then make it right now. That's when he realized, the only thing holding him back was himself. So he did something unexpected. He opened his drawer, pulled out an old photo of you, and placed it near his heart. He whispered, I'm sorry. I never meant to lose you. His brother walked in, saw the photo, and smiled silently, because he knew, love like that doesn't fade. Something huge is waiting for you. That same night, you might have felt a heavy warmth in your chest. You might have dreamed of him, or woken up with his name in your mind. That's because your energies are reconnecting. Heaven is realigning what was once broken. He's realizing that what he said today wasn't just words, it was a confession that had waited for divine timing. The world may call it coincidence, but the angels call it awakening. His brother knew it. The universe knew it. And now, so do you. Something huge is waiting for you. He wrote again, this time longer, there are things I should have said. Things I didn't have the courage for. I hope someday you'll understand that it wasn't you who failed, it was me. But again, he hesitated. Fear, pride, uncertainty, all fighting for control. Archangel Michael says, when one soul is ready to speak, the other must be ready to listen. That's why you're hearing this message now. Because you are ready. Ready to receive what was once withheld. Something huge is waiting for you. He looked at his brother again the next morning, and said, do you think it's too late? His brother smiled, it's only too late if you stop believing. That was the moment he decided, even if he couldn't speak directly to you, he'd send the energy of truth your way. And that's exactly what you're feeling right now. So, if your heart has been racing during this message, know that it's not random. It's recognition. It's your soul answering the vibration of his words, traveling through the unseen. Something huge is waiting for you. He's praying for a sign, and you are that sign. Every breath he takes carries a silent whisper of your name. Every passing day, he's haunted by the thought that maybe he lost something meant to last forever. But heaven is not done with this story. And my beloved child, the moment you least expect it, a message, a call, or a random event will bring the truth face to face with you. Stay patient. Stay open. The chapter is not over, it's just turning quietly under divine light. Something huge is waiting for you. Part 4, with share/comment/subscribe cues. My beloved child, listen closely now, because what comes next could be the moment heaven has been preparing you for. The angels are not whispering, they're aligning. Your person woke up this morning with a heaviness he couldn't shake off. That's the weight of realization pressing on his chest. He looked at the mirror and said to himself, "Why did I push them away?" The reflection didn't answer, but the silence did. It reminded him of all the times he could have reached out, but didn't. All the chances he had to speak up, but chose pride instead. Something huge is waiting for you. He opened his phone again and went straight to your photos. He smiled through the ache, remembering every small detail, your laughter, your eyes, the way you looked at him when he said something silly. His brother noticed and said quietly, "You look happiest when you talk about them." And for the first time, he didn't deny it. "I was," he said, "because they saw the real me, the part no one else understood." Something huge is waiting for you. My beloved child, when heaven writes a bond, no man can erase it. That's why you're feeling drawn to this message right now. Because his truth is echoing through your timeline. He may not have pressed send yet, but the message has already been delivered to your spirit. Every sign you've seen today, every familiar song, every sudden rush of emotion, they're confirmations that divine energy is moving. Something huge is waiting for you. My beloved child, stay with me till the end because what's about to unfold next will shake your soul in the most beautiful way. After hours of fighting with his thoughts, your person finally decided, tonight is the night. The weight of unspoken feelings became too heavy to carry. His brother's words kept repeating, "You'll never find peace until you tell them the truth." He sat down quietly, phone in hand, staring at your name glowing on the screen again. He typed the first few words, paused, deleted, and then took a deep breath. The air around him felt different, softer, warmer, almost as if heaven itself was watching. He whispered to himself, "If they still think of me, they'll feel this. Something huge is waiting for you." He started writing again, this time from his heart. "I know I don't have the right to say this, but not a single day passes without your memory crossing my mind. You were never just a phase, you were everything." His eyes filled with tears. The kind that cleanse the soul. He hesitated, remembering the nights you cried because of his silence. The things left unsaid haunted him more than anything else. But now, he was ready to be vulnerable, ready to face the truth, ready to reach out no matter the outcome. Something huge is waiting for you. He pressed send. And at that very same moment, your phone lit up. You didn't expect it. Maybe you were busy, maybe you were lost in thought, but when you saw his name appear on your screen, your heart skipped a beat. The timing wasn't random. Heaven orchestrated it down to the second. You stared at the notification for a few seconds before opening it. His words hit you like a wave, raw, emotional, real. Every syllable carried the weight of regret, longing, and love. Something huge is waiting for you. You sat in silence, feeling your heartbeat slow down. It wasn't anger. It wasn't confusion. It was peace, the kind that comes when something you've been silently praying for finally happens. For a moment, the world stood still. Archangel Michael says, when two souls finally release their pride, heaven rejoices. And that's exactly what happened in that moment. The silence that once separated you both turned into understanding. The distance melted, even without a single word spoken aloud. Something huge is waiting for you. He waited nervously, staring at his screen, praying you'd respond. Minutes felt like hours. His brother watched quietly from across the room, sensing the tension. Then suddenly, the notification tone played. You replied. Just one line. But that one line changed everything. I've been waiting for this message for a long time. Tears streamed down his face. His brother smiled, and even the air around him seemed lighter. He whispered, I knew it wasn't too late. Because love, when it's divine, never arrives too early or too late, only right on time. Something huge is waiting for you. He texted again, can we meet? I just want to see you once, even if it's for a moment. You stared at that message, your heart pounding. Something inside you told you this wasn't just another meeting, this was closure, destiny, and rebirth all woven together. And deep down, you already knew your answer. Something huge is waiting for you. You said yes. The time, the place, everything aligned effortlessly, as if the universe had been waiting for this exact moment. He showed up early, pacing nervously, hands shaking, eyes scanning every face that passed, until he saw you. That first moment, your eyes meeting after everything, was not coincidence. It was the return of something sacred. Something huge is waiting for you. He smiled. The kind of smile that says 1,000 apologies without a word. You felt your soul tremble, not from pain, but from recognition. The energy between you both was electric, a mix of relief, emotion, and divine orchestration. He said softly, you look even more peaceful now. You smiled back, it took me a long time to get here. Something huge is waiting for you. There was silence again, but this time, it wasn't heavy. It was healing. Every unspoken emotion began to surface, forgiveness, gratitude, understanding. He took a step closer, whispered, I never stopped loving you. I just didn't know how to love you right. Archangel Michael says, when love learns to speak truth, heaven opens a door that no man can close. And that's what happened right there, my beloved child, a divine door opened. Something huge is waiting for you. He handed you a letter, folded, slightly wrinkled, as if he'd carried it for a long time. I wrote this months ago, he said, but I didn't have the courage to give it to you. You unfolded it slowly, your hands trembling. Inside, it read, if love ever gives me one more chance, I'll choose you, every lifetime, every version of me. Something huge is waiting for you. Tears filled your eyes, but they weren't sad tears. They were the kind that wash away years of pain. For the first time in a long time, both hearts spoke the same language again. The universe exhaled, peace filled the air, and everything finally made sense. He took your hand and said, "Let's not waste another moment pretending we're strangers." You nodded softly. The healing had begun. Something huge is waiting for you. Part 6, with engagement and divine closure. My beloved child, stay till the end, because heaven isn't done yet. What you're about to experience next is the miracle that comes after surrender. You see, when two souls learn their lesson through pain, their reunion carries power, the power to rewrite destiny. The days that followed were gentle. You talked, laughed, and shared stories of how life had changed. There was still pain, yes, but there was also peace. He told you, "I had to lose you to learn how much you meant." You smiled and said, "And I had to let go to see what was real." Something huge is waiting for you. Every night since that day, he prays for you, not in desperation, but in gratitude. He thanks the universe for giving him another chance to be honest, to love without pride. His brother, the quiet witness to it all, told him, "You finally found your way home." And home wasn't a place. It was you. Something huge is waiting for you. Archangel Michael says, "The greatest miracle is not wealth or fame, but reconciliation, when two souls find each other again after chaos." You are living that miracle now. You might not realize it yet, but heaven has already shifted your path. This connection was never an accident. It was written long before your first meeting. Every separation, every tear, every silence, all of it was preparing you both for this moment. Something huge is waiting for you. My beloved child, don't move, because what I'm about to tell you will leave you breathless. The reunion you just witnessed wasn't the end of the story, it was only the doorway. What happened afterward, what he confessed privately to his brother later that night, revealed everything heaven had been hiding. He came home after seeing you, silent but glowing. His brother was sitting in the living room, waiting. Without saying a word, he placed the old photo of you on the table and whispered, "It's done." His brother smiled and said, "You look lighter. Happier." But your person's eyes were wet. "Because I finally told them everything," he said softly. Something huge is waiting for you. He sat down, head in his hands, overwhelmed by emotion. "Do you know what I realized?" he asked. "All this time, I thought moving on meant forgetting. But it actually means forgiving, myself, and them." His brother nodded quietly, understanding the weight behind those words. For years, he carried guilt like a shadow that wouldn't fade. But when he saw you smile, it broke the chain around his heart. "They didn't punish me," he said, voice trembling. "They forgave me without even saying it." That's when I knew I was standing in front of an angel. Something huge is waiting for you. His brother leaned forward, listening. "What did you tell them?" he asked. Your person exhaled deeply, a shaky laugh escaping his lips. "I told them the truth," he said. "Every truth I was too afraid to say before. He told his brother how he looked into your eyes and saw peace instead of pain. How the silence between you both carried more power than words. I didn't expect them to forgive me, he continued. But when they did, I felt something break, something dark, something that had been suffocating me for years. Something huge is waiting for you. Archangel Michael says, when forgiveness enters a heart, heaven sends light to the soul that once lived in shadow. And that's what happened that night. As your person confessed, the entire energy around him shifted. His brother could feel it, the air grew lighter, the tension dissolved, and for the first time, peace filled that home. He continued speaking, his tone softer now. They told me something I'll never forget, he said. They said, I'm not angry anymore. I just hope you find yourself. That moment broke me. Because I realized, they were never the villain in my story. I was. Something huge is waiting for you. His brother stood up and placed a hand on his shoulder. Then don't waste this second chance, he said. Love them right this time. Your person nodded, but his tears fell freely now. I will, he whispered. No more silence, no more pride. I'll love them the way they always deserved. And in that very moment, heaven sealed the vow. A new cycle began. The pain that once kept you apart transformed into a bond stronger than before. The kind of connection that no distance, no misunderstanding, no time could destroy. Something huge is waiting for you. He looked up at his brother again. You know what's strange, he said. When I left them, I thought I was saving myself. But now I know, I was walking away from the only person who ever understood my soul. His brother smiled softly, then thanked the heavens you found your way back. The house fell silent again, but this time, the silence felt sacred. Because in that quietness, two hearts, yours and his, were finally aligned under divine timing. Something huge is waiting for you. Later that night, he sat by his window again, just like before. The same moonlight fell across his face. But tonight, he wasn't haunted. He was grateful. He whispered your name one more time and said, "Thank you for still believing in me, even when I didn't deserve it." And somewhere, you felt it, a strange warmth spreading through your chest, as if someone was holding you from afar. You looked up at the sky without knowing why, and smiled. Because even without hearing the words, your soul already knew. Something huge is waiting for you. He turned to his brother and said one final thing before going to bed. I'm going to make things right, not tomorrow, not someday, but now. His brother nodded, then start by doing what you never did before, show it, every single day. Archangel Michael says, love that returns after pain is heaven's rarest gift. Protect it, nurture it, and never take it for granted again. Something huge is waiting for you. The night closed peacefully, but destiny was far from finished. Because the very next morning, something unexpected happened, something neither you nor he saw coming. A letter arrived at your doorstep, unsigned, but you knew exactly whose handwriting it was. It wasn't a message of apology this time. It was a message of intention. Something huge is waiting for you. You unfolded it slowly. Inside, It read, "This time, I won't just say I've changed, I'll prove it. One day at a time, one choice at a time, until love feels safe again." You held the letter close to your heart, tears welling in your eyes. And right then, a soft breeze brushed past, carrying a whisper only your soul could hear. This is just the beginning. Something huge is waiting for you. Part 8, Closing Revelation plus Engagement Point. My beloved child, heaven's story is not one of endings, it's of transformation. What you just heard isn't coincidence, it's confirmation. The person who once hurt you is no longer the same. The universe broke them, rebuilt them, and now sends them back as a reflection of your strength. You both were meant to part so that love could return with wisdom. You were meant to cry so that joy could mean something again. This is divine timing, the universe weaving your heartbreak into a masterpiece. Something huge is waiting for you. And listen, this energy isn't only about one person. It's about your season of divine restoration. Everything that was lost, every tear you shed, every night you questioned why, it's all aligning for your breakthrough moment. You're about to receive proof that nothing was wasted. Archangel Michael says, "Heaven rewards patience not with explanation, but with manifestation." That reward is on its way to you now. A sign, a name, a voice, or even a message, something you'll see within the next few days will confirm this energy beyond doubt. Something huge is waiting for you.